What's up? What's good, people? You know who it is. I'll give you two guesses. No, too late. It's me, Jeff Taylor. Government name. My friends call me Madjef. Mama calls me all the time by Jeffrey. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you could be here. I'm excited to be here today. Oh, my guests today are beautiful people. You need to know about them. It's the lovely and talented Ricky Paget and Desi DeLauro. We'll be chatting it up with them in just a minute. Before we do that, though, I like to get into a little news because I'm nosy. And nothing gets past me, man. Man, there's news, bro. I want to share it with you. Anyway, what's going on in the news, you ask me? Well, here's something that's happening in the news. The government has decided everybody need to get these jabs if you're going to be in the military. That's frightening for a lot of people. I'm sure there are a lot of people freaked out by this, and you should be, for very good reason. But, hey, I'm not against it. I'm totally not against it. Anyway, that's that news. But guess what else has really got me heated and bothered, man? Streaming services, man. These music services that are streaming this music, bro. Let me just tell you something. I just saw something where the RIAA recently came out and said the music business is up due to streaming $9 to $12 billion. I don't know who's getting this money. No, matter of fact, I do because I did a little research. And there's a curators list. So, look, if you're an artist trying to get on and get your music heard, there's a curators list. And at the top of this list are those really, really rich and successful artists already that you don't even listen to, but they're on a curators list. So your subscription fees actually pay those people. Damn it, man. You're never going to get no money out of these streaming services. And you should know that. You should definitely know that. Anyway, what else we got in the news? Damn streaming services. So Fox News, man, has recently come out and decided that they're gonna make it. They're gonna claim that the USA players were drunk during the Olympic celebration. They got in the locker room, they party or whatever, and then they were drunk. This is Fox News saying that. Why they would ever think that players would celebrate like a victory or anything with like alcohol, or why that would ever be a thing ever in America? I have no idea where they get that idea from. I just have no idea whatsoever. Anyway, leave the people alone, man, and let them just be the champions that they are. Love you, brothers, man. Hey, on a real serious note, though, we lost a great one, man. An incredible producer, Chuckie Thompson. He was a hitman with Diddy's squad for the longest time. Great brother, hits with Big Papa. You call me Big Papa? Yeah, this guy. Mary J., he had hits with so many people. He was, like I said, he was a valuable part of that team for many years. He was a hitman. Chuckie, rest in peace, my brother. Hey, we get to our show. It's about that time. Let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring my guests out right now because they're here and they're waiting patiently in the green room for me to get through with all this news nonsense. But yo, man, check them streaming services, man. They ain't like the old days. They used to cut you a check and actually you get paid for your music. Today, these people making money. $12 billion? What? Man, we got to talk. But in the meantime, let's talk to my guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring them out right now. It's the lovely Desi DeLauro and Ricky Paget. They're on the opposite side, so there they are right there. Hello, everybody. Say hello to them. This is the lovely, talented team of Ricky Paget and Desi DeLauro. And pardon me if I'm chewing up your names. I do my best. Okay. I get where you're going with that. Hey, welcome to the show.
How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, man. I'm doing really good. Let me see how your people are doing. So far, so good. They would tell me things are good. So welcome to the show.
Yes, Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I'm excited you guys are here. So you guys are here. You're based in LA. And your thing is Parlor Social. That's what you got cracking right now. Mm-hmm. And it's a very interesting concept. And if you guys don't mind, I want to show a little bit of my audience a little bit of what this is about. Okay?
Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead. This is you guys doing a version of Bobby Brown's "My Prerogative." Yo, what's up? Yo, that is crack. That's popping. That is popping. People need to know. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
That's our
you. Thank you.
juke joint rendition
Oh,
of
I'm
a
so impressed with
classic.
you guys because the whole juke joint thing takes a lot of courage, man. You know, it takes a lot of courage because it's just like people are just that's like it's like an era that's gone that
it
people
is.
need to be awakened to though. Don't you agree?
Right. And yes, and it's an era that's long forgotten. There's so many legends that, basically started the movement of jazz, ragtime, big band, swing, the Duke Ellingtons, the Cab Callaways, uh, Fletcher Hendersons of the world, and so it's crazy. It's crazy. We decided to, like, this is how we like to describe our music. If Cab Calloway, Outkast, and Lauryn Hill had a baby, that's what Parlor Social sounds like. Yeah. So, I grew up on some really old stuff, um,
Classic stuff.
classic
Classic
stuff,
Classic.
music.
classic old school stuff. Listened to a lot of like vinyl growing up, and those were some of the influences in my house. And so when Ricky and I started writing, we're like, we're on to something. We got something special. Like, we can't deny some of our influences and stuff. So I was like,
Right.
how do we mix this with, we're basically hip hop children and, neo soul, soulful R&B children. How do we mesh all of this together and come up with a sound, right?
I
So
feel
that's
you.
how we came up with this sound.
Well, you know, it helps to have some chops too. I mean, you know, it helps to have some chops. And the guy to your left there, Ricky, come on, Ricky can play. Ricky
Yeah.
can play. Like that's
Yeah.
Mr. 88 keys. Well, how many keys on the piano? 88.
Yep.
If you could get 166 or so on there, Ricky probably play all those too, huh, Ricky?
Yeah, he sure
You a bad
would.
man. I see you. Boy, but I love the whole big band concept. I love the horns. I love the interaction. It's real music where you at any point in time it feels like you could just take a break and do a dance or interact with the audience and then get right back into the groove. And you know the song could be 4 minutes or it could be 44 minutes long depending on the venue. And I love
Right,
that about that juke joint vibe. You know that
right,
Harlem Renaissance, as they say.
right,
hmm
right.
Yep.
So obviously, you guys, you've got some experience, you've got some chops, like I mentioned, and you know your history is interesting because Ricky, I know, has played with and toured with Madonna and Diana Ross, and a lot of people don't know that. You know, it's behind the scenes, guys. We way back behind that curtain. But yeah, Ricky has done that thing with the legends in the business, and that's an amazing thing. And how is that? How is his experience working with those legends, Desi? How does that trickle down to you? Because I'm imagine he's learning something in that process that you're learning from as well. How's that working out for you guys?
Well, when we started, right before he got Madonna, we were doing Cirque du Soleil. Um, we were both on the same tour. And already that brought a whole other faction to what we do as, a writing team. And um, so, we were already starting to take it up a notch because it was very theatrical what we were doing. What I was doing in the show was extremely theatrical. And then Ricky got the gig with Madonna, and that's on a whole other level of, like, dance, um,
Choreography,
everything,
yeah, production,
choreography,
yeah.
theatrical,
Lighting,
music, lighting,
costumes.
Whew.
costume, everything is a concept, right? So he came back with this whole other, like, knowledge, and all these other ideas that we could bring to what we're doing. It really did help our show and the showmanship
Hmm.
take it up to another level. So
Interesting.
that was really, really beneficial to what Parlor Social was about.
And also moving to LA and being surrounded by greats. My first close friend was Morris Hayes. I saw that you had him on the show already. Morris Hayes, which
Great guy.
was Prince's musical director.
Hmm.
And from like the first couple of weeks I got here, I got to hang with Morris for, you know, we've become really close friends. And Morris was telling me stories about, working with Prince as well. So when we started this concept, this prohibition, speakeasy, soul, funk concept, and we were telling Morris about it, he was like, "Yo, you guys need to go all out with it, not just the music, show, the costumes, everything.
Right.
Right.
So, people like that, we still are surrounded by people, by greats like that, you know what I'm saying? And we could, we're glad to call them our friends,
Right.
today, like working with Benjamin Wright.
Right.
Benjamin Wright, you guys know his work. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, all them horns, all them strings, Justin Timberlake,
Outcast.
Outkast, Raphael Sadiq, all of that stuff. That's all Benjamin Wright. So we had the opportunity, and again, he's become throughout the years an incredible mentor of mine. And if you go on YouTube and you check out, actually it's on Spotify too. A cover of "I Put a Spell on You."
Mhm.
All those strings that you hear, that's Benjamin Wright.
Okay.
So we're surrounded by greats. So every day we're feeding off of people, not just on tour, but even off tour, living in Los Angeles as well.
We're really blessed. We're really blessed to have
Awesome.
these incredible mentors.
Well,
So,
Morris
yeah.
is one. Morris knows all about it, baby. Morris knows.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my homie.
Yeah.
He knows all about it. So he's been there, and I agree with him. I mean, if you're gonna do it, and you guys are. I mean, you're doing the damn thing like all the way up to 11. Like it's all the way up, and I like that. I like that you're not taking any shortcuts. You're not taking any shortcuts. You're saying basically, this is what we're giving you. And come on, the music landscape is huge. So why can't we have something fresh and original like that?
Exactly. Exactly. And it's I don't know. It's for us. It's like, bringing back classy. That was our like hashtag for the longest time. It's it's a little bit of a classier edge to music. It's like
Yeah, we still make it fun, but we still, we want to do something that we're proud of. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In terms of the music, we want to make sure that we have really cool arrangements that really, for the jazzy ones, for the nerdy jazzy folks out there.
Mm-hmm.
But also we want to make it fun. So you come to the club and we're like, we're it's
Yeah.
lit. It's
Yeah,
lit at a
it's
part
lit.
social show.
It's lit. I
So
want to be at that gig because that's fun. I just, it's everybody's dressed appropriately. Let's go have a good time at this show. We know
yeah,
it's
you
a
know what I'm
grown up
saying?
show. It's gonna be great.
right,
Wear a bow tie.
right,
I get to wear my fedora. Let's go.
right,
Exactly.
right.
So, but let's back up a little bit. Is it music that brought you? You guys are married, first of all, yes?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
All
Well,
right.
hello, hello, married people.
I like the clap. Look, look.
Yeah, yeah, lucky man.
Smelling your hair.
All right, all right, all right. So no, that's awesome, and I knew that. So what brought you guys together? Hopefully, it was music. Was it music that brought you guys
It
together?
was music.
was.
Back in Montreal, when I was coming out, I was coming out into the scene. I was more of a jazz head in Montreal when I was studying, and then I was coming out into the R&B scene. And I kept hearing about Desi Delora, but she was out of town doing a Cirque du Soleil residency in Orlando, La Nuba. She started that with the original
Wow.
cast. So I kept hearing about this Desi Delora, and then when she finished that contract and came back home, that's when we met. I'm making a really long story short. We met. She had a whole bunch of original music, and she gave me all the. And she said, "Do what you want. I know, this is your lane, and I've heard some great things about you." So that's how we started working. We started working at my parents' basement, working on music, and then music led to another, and next thing you know, we're married. We moved to Los Angeles, and the rest is history.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that. Congratulations. That's a beautiful story,
Thank-
Ricky. It really is a beautiful
thank-
story. You guys, music is a wonderful. It brings people together, and if you guys have music, I can just imagine what that must be like in your kitchen in the morning, where she's singing and Ricky wants to play. He wants to have coffee, but he can't
Oh,
wait
we
to sit down and
harmonize a
play.
lot.
Huh?
We do that
We
all
do
the
it all
time.
the time. We're harmonizing all the time.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah.
we give each other dirty looks, like you off. No, you off.
Yeah, yeah. Like which project you working on? What you singing over there? We're not working on that. We're not on that right now. So speaking of those side projects, now I know that Desi's a songwriter, and performer, producer, and you've got a little original flair as well. You've released some albums in the past, and one of the
Right.
things that caught my attention was the jumping and jiving. That joint was fierce, and I remember that during like the college basketball playoffs and years ago. But it was like 7 or 8 years ago. NCAA used it perhaps
Yeah,
for their
2015.
promos.
Yeah, so
NCAA,
during
yep.
ESPN, we got hit up by ESPN to use our song "Jumpin' Jiving" for the
Yeah.
women's NCAA Final Four weekend. So if you hear a jump and jiving, that's us.
That's us.
I love it. It's
And that was
it's great stuff.
that was the that was the last year, the graduating year for Della Donna and Brittany, all those girls now playing in the Olympics.
Nice.
That was
Very nice.
their
So you guys have been
championship.
working. You've been doing the work. You've been putting in the work, and now here we are with Parlor Social,
We
and
are.
it's exciting, man. I'm excited for you guys because I really believe that there's a lot of possibilities for Parlor Social in terms of everything from album soundtracks to movies. I mean, and you never know who's watching the show. You never know. Somebody might be watching this show who sees the fit for, has been looking for somebody who understood what beautiful black music was about in the Harlem Renaissance and how to. Nobody else is doing that. You're literally in a lane by yourself. I absolutely love it. What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you have competition?
We don't.
Um,
No, we don't. We're in our own lane. We've made our own lane and stuff. So like we don't. A lot of people don't know who to compare us to.
Yeah.
So when they come see the show, it's like they're like, oh
we get a
wow.
lot like um, what was their name? I'm sorry, back in the 70s.
We didn't even know who this band was back then, but it was Cherchez la Femme. What was the name of that group? Oh
Jesus,
my
why
gosh.
do I have a anyways?
Anyways, it's I think Kid Creole is
Yeah,
in the
that's it.
band.
Kid Creole and the Coconuts was
Yeah.
the last.
No,
Yeah, that
it
was about.
it was his band. There was another name
Ah,
for this band.
interesting.
Anyways, yeah.
And
I
that
had
was
to
a
go look it up, and then I discovered Kid Creole and his music, and then
yeah,
there was like a whole history to this
yeah,
band. And so
yeah.
I started uncovering
Dr.
different
Buzzard.
things. Dr. Buzzard, yes.
And Kid
Buzzard.
Creole, he went all out too. I mean, he definitely went all out with the zoot suits and whatnot. Hold on a second, I got a little graphic here. I want to show you guys. Check this out. So this is my computer's doing its own thing. Stop that. Anyway, this is that's zoot suit reminds me so much of Kid Creole and what he was doing and so forth. It's just a different era that you guys are representing music for, and I really appreciate you guys being so brave to come out and do that. So it's it's an awesome thing. So here's the thing, guys, give me 1 second because I want to play a little game with you guys if you don't mind. It's not really a game. It's more of a test. You guys okay with the test? All right, here it goes.
Sure.
Thanks for agreeing to this, man. I'm going to show you some images, and I just want you to tell me what comes to mind when you see these images, okay? Ready? Here comes image number 1. With any luck, it'll play itself. Hang on. Image number 1. What do you think? What comes to mind? Uh-huh. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Cab Calloway.
Cab Calloway, the one and
Nice shoe.
only. Let's see if I got a photo. Oh man, Cab
Please,
Calloway. So I
yeah.
was going to get to that next. So when you think of that, then you think of this guy.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yep.
And when I think of that period of time, I think of just the black excellence that Harlem was in those days.
Yes.
As a New Yorker, my dad grew up in Harlem. I witnessed guys dressed like this as a baby, and I just remember thinking, why is everybody going to a funeral or a wedding or whatever every day? That was what it was like for us, honey. I wanted to show you guys a few images. And so this
Yeah,
one's for you, Desi. What comes to mind when you see this?
I mean, high fashion, black excellence,
Roaring 20s.
beautiful, roaring 20s queens in Harlem.
You imagine? I mean, there was a time when, people lived dressed like that, and at night they lived to go to a juke joint to line up and sit down and hear a group like yours play and do your thing. And I think that's pretty
Yes.
amazing. So what's going on with you guys now? What in the world is happening like now? What's going on?
So,
COVID's over.
I mean, no, yeah, we wish.
yeah,
know.
yeah,
We wish.
yeah.
I mean, all this hesitancy is causing, kind of like a delay in things opening up. So slowly but surely, live music is coming back. But next year is going to be the year. That's where we're planning on releasing a new album and going on tour.
Right.
Europe, we're coming for you. We're coming for you, Europe. Also,
New single.
yeah, new music, remixes, all that stuff. So look out, look out, look out. Follow us
Wait,
on
now,
social
when you say
media.
tour, as Parlor Social?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, baby.
oh yeah,
That's going to be
Yes.
crazy. That's going to be
Parlor
awesome.
Social. Yeah.
I think
I
that's going
mean,
to be
for
the difference
those that
maker.
don't know us, this
Yeah.
is gonna solidify our future. We're ready. We're coming. We're coming like gangbusters.
I think,
So
listen, live music is how you guys are going to do this. That's just my opinion. Live venues is how you guys are going to conquer the world. Because you got to be honest, I got to say this. I'm going to throw it out there. There's this term that I know you've heard, radio friendly,
right,
right? That's like,
right.
yeah, I hate
It
when
doesn't
people do that.
exist. You know, though, it doesn't exist
It's not
anymore.
that
I like that
it doesn't
attitude.
matter as much anymore. It doesn't matter as
I
much
agree.
anymore. Yes, it helps, but it doesn't matter as much. You don't need radio airplay to go out on the road and to sell, to sell music.
Yeah.
So, um, that's that. In a way, it's a gift and a curse that we have the internet. We have these streaming platforms.
Right.
Because it allows us to release music whenever we want to release music. You don't have to be signed to a label
Right.
to release music. So if we feel like a niche, and if we feel a niche and we want to drop a single, this Friday, then we just drop it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah, just drop
that's
it.
the beauty. That's the beauty about the
I mean,
current state of affairs.
the new way is licensing. That's
Yes.
the way.
Yeah.
That's the way how everybody's shazamming music, like from commercials,
Yeah.
Apple commercials and stuff. So like, now that is what I want. So
I hear you.
yeah,
I mean, you see now, there was a few years ago, people were resisting that. They were going like, "No, my songs will never be in a commercial." Now everybody's song is in a commercial, and it's just like, wow.
right.
Yeah, I was considered, selling out.
Yeah, yeah. But now, selling out, please, selling out over here. No. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get on. But let me ask you a question: how big a band? I know that you two were featured, but how big a band? I saw a lot of members in there, like eight or nine guys. How big are you touring with? How big a group?
Well, the tour we did a tour back in 2019, 2020, right before COVID hit. We were six piece.
6.
We were six piece. So, but it all depends. If the budget allows, we have. I mean, we did the Hollywood Bowl a couple of years ago,
It's one
and
of
I
my
had a
favorite venues.
9-piece horn section. We had guitar. We had tap dancers. We had the whole shebang. But that was because it was a Hollywood Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but on a tour, obviously going on a smaller tour, if we're opening up for someone or anything like that, we go out as a 4-piece.
Right.
Gotcha. Ricky, now I want to
You know,
talk to you about something real quick, man. I want to talk to you about this one particular instrument that you play. I think you know what it is. It's not a synthesizer.
Box.
It's not a
squeeze box.
synthesizer.
The squeeze box.
It's a squeeze box. It's an accordion. Not many people can funkify the accordion,
No.
bruh. When did you pick that instrument up, and how long have you been playing the accordion?
I first picked it up back in the aforementioned Cirque du Soleil tour
Ah,
that we did.
okay.
There was a couple of songs. I was musical director on the show, and there was a couple of songs that had accordion in it. And I went back to the Cirque heads and I said, "Hey, if you guys pay me a couple of lessons, I'll learn how to play accordion for these 2 songs. We don't have to hire a separate person just to play 2 songs." So that's when I first picked it up and just fell in love with it. I've been playing it since. What's funny is that when I moved to LA, back then it was MySpace. I didn't put on my MySpace that I played accordion. I didn't want to mess up my street creds.
I know,
But
that's
funny
right.
thing is, one of the main reasons I got Madonna is because she wanted
Ah,
not only a keyboard player, but she wanted accordion also, because she has a lot of accordion.
incredible.
So that gave me the edge on all the other cats that she was considering.
I will
That's
tell you,
incredible.
I still have this image of Ricky on a stage in some arena when we were touring in an Sean John from head to toe, all hip hop gear, and
For soundtrack.
and playing
The accordion.
accordion. It was a trip to see. It's still a trip to see because he still be dressing full on hip hop
There might be a
gear.
few
Crazy.
pictures online.
Yeah,
You know,
Well, I'm looking
Madonna's
now. I wish I would have found one. I would sure put one out
Yeah,
there.
I know. I gotta go look.
Well, like
We
I
are
mentioned, it's a tough instrument. It's a tough instrument to. I don't even know how to record. It's one of the only instruments I think I've never actually recorded in my lifetime. I don't think I've ever put a mic to one of those things. But I did Zydeco music is where I did see guys really getting down with it. You know, the
Yeah.
Zydeco and down in
Yeah.
Louisiana. And but otherwise in America, not much. But I'm impressed that you can like I said, you can funkify that thing the way you do, man. And you be actually playing it like a clav. And I'm like, how's he doing that? Because it's a squeeze box. Because you got to let it up and let it down in order to make sounds come out. You know, and I'm glad you were able to do, get those lessons though, bro, and get there and get that gig. Because had you not, they would have had to find a 212-year-old man to play that accordion for you in that show. You know, there ain't nobody playing no accordions no more. So, but you are, and that's what's dope, bro. Is that I'll do it. Like I'm taking pictures with that joint. Hey, accordions is hot. Bring that, make it pop, Ricky. Make it pop. I think you can do it. I think you can.
Yeah, we got a couple of songs. A new single's coming out. We got some songs with accordion in there.
Nice. Well, I got a couple favorites of yours. One of my favorites is Bringing It Back, Jumping and Jiving, and Why You Ragging. I listened to some of that stuff yesterday, and I was really like, this stuff has got all this pop elements, but they are staying really true to what the Harlem Renaissance, so that period of music where Cab Calloway was king.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Yes.
man. Man, I'm so glad you guys could be on the show. We did about 30 minutes. That's typically what I do. Is there anything, where can people reach you guys? How can people get a hold of you? Talk to us a little bit about that real quick.
At Parlor Social, everything at Parlor Social, website parlorsocial.com. Follow us on YouTube, Laura Pajo on YouTube.
At Parlor Social on IG, at Parlor Social on Facebook, Parlor Social Music on Facebook, and we have a TikTok page.
Oh, nice.
Brand new. Yeah.
All right.
And
That's
if you
awesome.
want to follow us, if you want to join our newsletter, just go to parlorsocial.com. Click there, just sign up for our newsletters. Because them algorithms on social media, you can't trust those. So if you really want to stay in touch with us, what's coming, tour for next year, all of that stuff.
Awesome.
Sign up for the email list.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough for coming on and spending some time with me on your way up, because I know you're going straight up with this music. There's just no way you guys can lose if you keep doing it with the energy that you're doing it. There's no way.
Thank you so much.
I'm so grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to the lovely, talented Desi DeLore
Hep, hep.
Thank you for tuning
and
in.
Ricky Pajo. It's awesome.
hip.
So awesome to have you guys on my show.
Thank you for having us.
Man, I'm telling you, he's so cute.
Oh,
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let me pay some bills around this junk. Man, you know what's up when I tell you that I'm happy to be here. I ain't joking. Guess what? My show is sponsored today by none other than RM2 and Paradise Hill Productions. Proud sponsors of the Madjef Music Show, bringing you real talent, real music, and real musicians. Sharing the same values. We put our artists first so they can thrive and deliver to you, the listener, timeless music and great shows. That's what's up, man. I'm excited about that. I can roll with that. Guess what? Who's coming up next? Oh, it's the lovely Linda Yes. She's coming all the way from Perry. Very good friend of mine. I did an album on her and a group of hers back in the 90s. They had a little hit in Paris with it, too. It's fun. I have a great time every time I hang with Linda over there. She's my girl. She's going to be on the show. We're going to chop it up a little bit about her. She's one of the only people that Prince ever allowed to go on tour with her. She did a nude tour throughout Europe and stuff with the band. She knows all them guys, Levi and all them, Morris, all them kids. So she's going to be on the show to talk. Anyway, what else I got going on? That's pretty much it. Oh, but then there are serious messages that we don't ever want to neglect, and one of mine is this: suicide prevention. It's key, and it can be helpful to a lot of people. If you know somebody that's down and out, or somebody who's suffering, or somebody who just needs somebody to talk to, be that person they can talk to. If you can't be that person, then share them this information. This 1-800-273-TALK is a number that people can reach out to and talk to somebody about issues that might be causing them to feel a certain way in life, man. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into my show today. I am Jeff, and I gotta go. It's been real. Till we meet again on Saturday. Linda, yes. Come back.